Welcome to the Autism Community Store. I'm Jacob and this is my friend Dan. We're so pleased to have you with us today because we're going to be talking about some fun stuff. One thing we wanted to talk about is what we enjoy as people who are impacted by the Autism Community Store. So, like, what things do you enjoy usually, Dan?
I enjoy a lot of things. I enjoy watching movies, I enjoy watching sports, I enjoy going outside and, just chilling out with friends.
Perfect. Yeah, I'd have to say I'm exactly the same. That's usually a trademark of what it's like to be on the autism spectrum, which is what this store is all about helping with. One thing we like to do in this store is we like to help people out with sensory stuff that they have issues with, and we have so many ways of helping people with that. We have fidget toys, we have weighted blankets. In fact, we have a few weighted blankets right here just to give you an example of that. This is one of the big weighted blankets. As you can see, we can stretch it out evenly right here. As you can see, it's got some weight to it, which hence weighted blankets. And that is usually to help with anxiety or uncontrollable.
And if you're like me, it'll help you sleep at night. So
yeah, which is incredibly helpful. Another thing that helps us out is fidget spinners or fidget toys. I don't have any with me right now, so we don't need to get one. But who needs to know what they look like? They've been famous for a long time. So
we all know what's
the three-sided ones, but also there's little tiny disc ones. I actually have one that's a disc, and it's really cool to look at. I personally like the small ones, but the bigger ones are just as helpful. If we have people who need to fidget their hands or or have problems focusing.
Sure helps me out.
Absolutely. And with all that being said, we want to talk about Dan. I know you haven't said a lot during this video, and I feel bad.
No, don't worry about it.
What do you think the store has helped you with?
Well, first of all, one of the big things it's helped me with is finding a job. The second thing is, being able to, contribute to something greater than myself. Being able to contribute to a good cause, and just building some positive relationships with more people.
Awesome. And has its product helped you a lot besides the fidget spinners?
They have. Because I have two weighted blankets. One is a large and the other one is an extra large. So I've been using the extra large most recently, just because I feel like I've gotten a little bit taller in the past year. So
great. You told me about this creature comforts one you had, like the lizard.
Oh, like the lizards and the snakes and the frogs. The weighted ones, they're pretty. I personally like to use the snake and wrap it around my neck as a neck rest.
Great.
If I'm wherever I'm at, especially if I'm sitting down in doing work or whatever.
And that's perfect because I have one of the shoulder pads.
Rather cool too.
Which are just like the snake ones, but they wrap around your shoulder. They all are created by people who understand what comes with being on the autism spectrum, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be plain autism. It could be anything from ADD to
Asperger's, ADHD,
any such thing. But it's mainly autism because that's in the title. So one last thing we want to focus on is one quick thing we want to mention is the Autism Resource Fair, which happens here in Aurora, Colorado, and it's a great opportunity if you live in this area to come by and look at all the resources that are available to those on the autism spectrum and see what's available to you. We have several vendors come in. We have, in fact, I went this year.
Yeah.
It's usually in May, right?
Yeah, it's about in May. Yeah.
Yeah, and this year I went in and I took thousands of pictures. I may even superimpose a few here and there on this video. But what it is that it allows people to come by, look at the resources, and see what there is available for people on the autism spectrum to help them maybe live better. Obviously we all have our own problems, but with this it's possible to help them out and maybe give them learning tools, give them opportunities to calm down with their fidgets or whatever. It's just open to everyone who wants to come and figure out what they need to do for their children.
Yeah.
Or maybe even an adult with autism could come by and figure out what needs to be done.
There's stuff for everyone, right?
It's stuff for everyone. We hope that you will like us on Facebook. the page is called Autism Community
Autism Community
Store.
Store. And you can
It's
also
on
follow us
Facebook.
on
You can follow us on Instagram. What's the
Instagram.
Instagram handle?
just the same, Autism Community Store.
Well then, with that being said, I'm Jacob,
And I'm Dan.
and we hope you enjoyed. Catch us again next time.
Bye, guys.